For some, food is merely sustenance, something to maintain energy level. For others, however, food is central to daily life and something that should be celebrated. If you are interested in enjoying only the best food available, you might find inspiration from the following 5 most expensive food in the world, assuming you will be able to afford them, of course. Saffron. If your rice is luminous yellow, then the chances are it's been sharing a saucepan with saffron. The spice, nicknamed red gold, is the vivid crimson threads from a crocus flower, and it's used as a coloring agent in food. Why does something so small cost so much? It is weight for weight, more expensive than gold itself. The reasons are simple. Saffron crocuses only flower for a week or 2 a year in the autumn. It takes around 2 football pitches of crocus to create a kilogram of saffron. That's as many as 300,000 flowers. Caviar. Caviar is a pickled roe of the sturgeon fish and considered one of the world's great delicious. It's tricky to handle and package, but more significantly, it's incredibly rare. The most famous caviar is from the beluga sturgeon, found in the Caspian and the Black Sea, now critically endangered. Very little of its eggs can be sold legally. The most expensive caviar recorded is from an aged albino beluga sturgeon whose white caviar sold for about $34,000 per kilogram. Oyster. In the early 19th century, oysters were cheap as chips and an important food source for the working classes in coastal communities. But overfishing and pollution have had a catastrophic effect on oyster stocks, and scarcity has bumped up their value. A dozen in a top London seafood restaurants will set you back around €51. It seems some people are happy to shell out for a slimy mollusk or two. Of course, you are also buying the oysters in famous qualities. Be careful who you dine with. White truffle. Found in the region of northern Italy, highly estimated white truffle will only grow amongst the root of certain trees, are much scarcer than any other type of truffle, and have a particularly intense flavor and aroma. They can be cultivated or grown, although folk have tried for generations to farm the truffles. They can still only be sourced in the wild. The record sum paid for a single white truffle was by Macau casino owner Stanley Ho in 2007. He splashed out $330,000 for one of the largest truffles uncovered in decades, weighing 1.5 kg, a pretty extraordinary price for a underground fungus. Kopi Luwak coffee. So technically it's a drink, but with bags of Kopi coffee selling for up to $700 per kg, it's certainly worthy of its place on this list. Kopi Luwak, or seaweed coffee, is made for coffee beans eaten, partly digested and then defected by the Asian palm civet or civet cat. Some believe that the part digestion and fermentation caused by the animal's stomach acid enhance the flavor of the coffee, with other critics in agreement that it's simply a gimmick resulting in a truly terrible espresso. Sadly, there are growing numbers of intensive seaweed farms where animals are confined to cages much like battery hens and force fed. It's worth doing your research before buying.